You're listening to the We Are Libertarians Podcast Network. Find all of our shows at wearelibertarians.com.
Hey loves, Haley Steinfeld here. Let's be real. When I'm on the red carpet, everyone wants to know whose dress I'm wearing. But here's the thing. We're so focused on those details, we're missing something that's actually way more important. Breast health. It's wild. Breasts get so much attention, but they're still so ignored when it matters most. Don't know what I'm talking about? Tune in on February 9th and visit yourattentionplease.com. That's yourattentionplease.com. See you then.
So I'm fairly certain I just ended up in a North Korean propaganda photo. And I'm being transparent here, so when and if it ever shows up, I'm being honest about it. Here's what happened. So I just went to the BMV, got my license renewed, and I thought that'd take forever, and it didn't. And I'm meeting my buddy Abdul at 4 o'clock, and so I've got some time to kill, and I wanted to record a podcast, so I was looking for a park to sit and talk to you all in while I waited. And it's a nice day here in Indiana. You know, just looking to kill 30 minutes. And so I came to the Kennedy King Park, and this is a beautiful park here in Indianapolis. And I was here for the unveiling of a statue that stands on the place where Robert Kennedy told a crowd in Indianapolis during the 1968 primary that Martin Luther King Jr. had been killed. And so I was going to come here and I listened to the speech, which I listen to it a couple times a year, it seems like. I think you've never heard that speech. Maybe I'll tack it on to the end of this podcast for you so you can listen to it. It's really inspiring. And I was going to talk about 9/11 and share my anti-war views, but now that I am photographed and I will never be able to run for president because of said photograph, I figured I'd talk about that. So I get to the park and, you know, I'm right in front of the monument. I've got a photo of the monument that I'll post for you. And then there is, you know, a nice greenscape, and there is a monument with some of the speech on it, and then there's a building, I think it's a school maybe, that has Martin Luther King and Robert Kennedy in a large mural on the side of it. And then there was a group of 3 Koreans, 2 young ladies and a young man, and they had banners and protest signs, and they were taking photos in front of the mural. So me being curious, and you know how much I love Korea and how interested I am in North and South Korea and how that all works, I went over to talk to them. And, you know, we were talking about they're South Korean, they're from Seoul, they're here just visiting, they had pre-produced signs in Korean, and I don't know what, I couldn't tell you the difference between a North or a South Korean. So we're talking, and I ask him, you know, what do you think about the current prime minister in South Korea? They say he is a progressive, he can't make the economy work. I was like, okay, all right. What do you think of Donald Trump? Well, we think that we don't care for him, we don't care if he gets impeached. We just don't want there to be war. We want peace to be between the Koreas. Well, what do you guys think about reunification? And they said, we want to reunify the Koreas. Do you want there to be 2 separate states? No, full reunification. That's when I started to go, uh-oh. They photographed me talking to them, and then they said, hey, would you take a picture with us with this banner? And I said, sure. And then, like, as I'm standing there, I'm going, I should not be doing this. I should be calling the FBI. And I still might. I might, when I talk to Abdul, like, do you think I should call somebody? I'm literally recording this, like, 5 minutes after it happened. I walked away and started recording. And as I'm taking the photo, I'm, like, not smiling in it for a reason, because I'm like, this is not good. I know exactly what this is. This is probably knowing enough about North Korea and how it works and how their propaganda system works. There's a 100% chance that these folks are either South Korean residents who are sympathizers with the North, or are North Koreans who somehow managed to come here, or they work for the propaganda machine in North Korea. And they, I said, hey, can you text me that photo? And he said, yeah, put your number in here. And he saved me as a contact. He didn't text me the photo. That was another sign that this wasn't right. So I am fairly certain that at some point in the next 6 months, here's why this isn't going to go well for me. Because for a year and a half, 2 years, the joke has been that my nickname is Dear Leader. And there's memes of me with Kim Jong-un's face on it. And we jokingly, because it's a libertarian podcast, joke about, an authoritarian regime of liberty. And I am anti-war with Korea, and I'm not pro-North Korea by any means. They're a horrible dictatorship that murders its own people. They're despots. But I desperately don't want us to go to war with North Korea because millions of people would die. And so, my track record mixed with a propaganda photo of me in North Korea, it's probably not going to go well. I've never been on a watch list before. I thought I might be, thanks to a neighbor who sent a nasty forward about Barack Obama, and then the Secret Service seized all of his computers. So I guess I'm recording this podcast, A, because I think it's probably a funny story, but B, also, I'm just going to, say this is what happened and tell. So if it were to ever come up, then you can share this and go, no, here's the story. All I wanted to do was come to this stupid park. I'm standing right beneath the bust of Robert Kennedy, reaching out his arms towards Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King is one of my greatest inspirations. I think that speech by Robert Kennedy was truly moving. I thought it'd be a nice setting to give a podcast about politics, and then I end up in North Korean propaganda. Maybe they're telling the truth, but my gut tells me that was a real dumb thing for me to do, and I am not pro Kim Jong-un, not pro North Korea, and I was just being polite. And they wanted to take a photo. They're like, you seem very nice. Let's take a photo. I was like, oh sure, yeah, no problem. Oh no. I should have run away. Honestly, that's what I should have done. So, listen, if you're ever out and about and you meet Korean protesters and they have banners and then in the photo they hold up fists, that's the other thing. When they held up the fists, I look over to ask them a question because I was trying to turn my face in the photo. And they had the Olympics with the Black Power salute. They had those arms up. This is really stupid. This is not good at all. I am so screwed. I just want to say that I love America and I love my country. And the South Korean people seem very nice. Kim Jong-un does not. And yikes. All right, well. I mean, I'm talking to you as if you're my friends. What are my options here? Message me. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it now. I certainly did not intend for that to happen. I was just trying to be polite, but... and so when I walked away, I purposely, took photos of them. So if I should talk to the authorities, I have photos. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should, see, as a libertarian, I'm conflicted. You see something, say something, right? But, more, you see the conflict here. Do I want to see something, say something when I'm morally opposed to a surveillance state, or do I don't know. And it's then there's also that option of you call the Department of Homeland Security. And then all of a sudden things go wrong because you talk to the cops, and then you're on a no-fly list. So, this could only happen to me. Oh my God! All right, well, I'll link the photos in the post, so if you want to see the photos of this, because it seems unbelievable. So in the photo, I'm going to actually like put the photos on there so you can see this. Who knows if they actually send me the photo of me with them, but yeah, this is not good. All right, well, stay tuned to We Are Libertarians for developments. Like my